The speaker in the song is trying to get someone they love to come live with them, feeling sad when they feel their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and lastly, having these feelings boil over and their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and
It's just so weird because it's like, please don't run away. Don't run away from me. What's the issue? What's up with you lately? Said you don't want me, but you're the one I need. And you run away. Please don't run away. I got a place if you come stay. And this was like his earlier music. This was like the origin music. How does this John line up so evenly? This was before Celeste was even in the picture, and this still got me. Yo, goosebumps on the arms. What the f is going on here? Nah, bro. There was always something up with this. Telling that. Telling them. You already know what it is, baby. You seen title and thumbnail. It truly is never ending with the information and conjecture coming out about the David incident. But first, a little backstory. If you want to see our last video we covered about the whole David incident, we were checking out hip-hop commentator GOAT Trapler Ross, and he was talking about David's whole alter ego. He was talking about there was a whole conjecture of how, you know what I'm saying, he had started his alter ego around the time when he started associating with Celeste, and now he was trying to get rid of this alter ego. He was also talking about like that being David on a podcast, how like he was his normal self, quote unquote, or whatever, was like this detective that Tommy, his alter ego, he would have to figure out what crimes Tommy was committing and all this different jazz. And then we had seen that again, he was trying to get rid of this alter ego, or you know what I'm saying, other version of himself, Tommy, around recently, September 7th, so his birthday. There's a lot of things that connect him back to that too, you know what I mean, with his recent EP or like album he dropped. So yeah, there was a whole lot of conjecture around that, and definitely some genre where you can't separate the art from the artist, especially specifically in that situation, because it's very connected. But yeah, this time around, I ain't gonna lie, quite interesting. I ain't gonna cap, because one of Trill's favorite YouTubers of all time, Turkish Thomas, you already know, second favorite YouTube of all time, baby, Turkey Tom, he has dropped a video on David called The David Files, going over basically the history and just, you know what I'm saying, overall timeline of things happening and things unfolding within this, and some, you know what I'm saying, backstory and conjecture on David. So I thought we'd go ahead and check that out. So I ain't gonna waste no more time, baby. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see what's going on with the David incident, with the David Files. You already know, like I said in the intro, shout out love with Trilly's second favorite YouTuber of all time, Turkish Thomas. You already know, baby. Of course, we have the David Files, like we said in the intro. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG video. Down in the description, first link, sure to love it, of course, Turkey Thumb. And we have no time to waste, because again, like we've been saying in many of these vids, the more information that comes out, the more things we gotta question David on.
On September 8th, 2025, police officers found body parts in the trunk of a vehicle showing signs of prolonged malnourishment. Upon further investigation, they discovered these were the remains of a teenage girl that had been missing for 17 months, and that the car belonged to indie artist David, who had over 30 million
D4vd
listeners and songs with almost 250 million views on YouTube. An already dark and tragic incident became even darker.
Shit is insane, because again, they've been saying like his, I think they were saying like his something with Spotify, like he has another top 10, or like his songs are going into global charts again. It's like, shit, yeah, it'll go back up to those shits and drop right the fuck back down.
As people online slowly unraveled 4 years of David foreshadowing this would happen through his music, which he was performing the same day the body was found. This is one of the most downright evil stories I've ever covered, so viewer discretion is advised. All the way back in 2018, 13-year-old David Anthony Burke was a homeschooled kid with not just a normal family, but an unusually well-to-do family unit. His parents were still together, had a strong religious background, and were well off financially.
I'm gonna say yeah, because they were saying that like David was homeschooled and all that, and that may be like one of the you know, conspiracy theories or whatever, you know what I'm saying, leading to the alleged hypotheticals of why he may have taken her life or any reasons behind that. Well, yeah, they were saying like he was homeschooled, so he wasn't really interacting, obviously, in the normal like social setting and going to public school, like high school, things such like that. So like, yeah, within being online most of the time, because within being on homeschool, you're gonna do online schooling. But specifically within the brain rot shit, like being on Reddit, Discord, what I'm saying, TikTok, yada yada, all this, that, and that third. Yeah, it got him down quite the fucked up path. And regardless of the factor of, which is a major factor that again we're still trying to figure out, regardless of the allegedly, hypothetically, because you gotta say that, John, if David took her life or not, I mean, again, he's definitely an EDP and definitely was on some weird ass fucking time. And like, again, if you've seen his reposts and all that shit, he was saying weird shit in the Discord like, I love gore, I love all this different shit. I'm like, hey man, fuck.
As his dad was a regional litigation support project manager for a global firm with 75 offices and a staff of over 1,500 attorneys. Browsing his LinkedIn briefly shows you just how many huge law firms he dealt with and how much experience he had. By all means, the Burke family was well supported and had everything they needed. However, David had mostly unsupervised access to the internet, and they simply had no idea the kinds of things he would expose himself to. But we'll get to that
as we were just saying
later. To their knowledge, and likewise to the public's knowledge, David's teenage years had him either studying or playing Fortnite and making edits and montages of it. But due to the prominent role music plays in Fortnite edits, he found his content getting frequently copyright strikes. Over the course of 3 years where he struggled with this problem, he decided to take his interest in artists like XXXTentacion and Tyler the Creator to try his hand at making his own music to avoid copyright.
Yep, heads thought he was a BandLab demon. Turns out he was just a demon.
This culminated in the release of his first song on YouTube, Runaway, which was released in December 2021. From the get-go, the themes in his music are very clear and repetitive. The speaker in the song is trying to get someone they love to come live with them, feeling sad when they feel their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and lastly, having these feelings boil over into their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and
it's just so weird because it's like, please don't run away. Don't run away from me. What's the issue? What's up with you lately? Said you don't want me, but you're the one I need. And you run away. Please don't run away. I got a place if you come stay. And this was like his earlier music. This was like the origin music. How does this John line up so evenly? This was before Celeste was even in the picture, and this shit still got me fucking, goosebumps on the arms. What the fuck is going on here? Nah, bro. There was always something up with this nigga. Telling him.
Lastly, having these feelings boil over into aggression and jealous anger. In a song from February 2022, he says, I look into your eyes and I can see right through your lies. I think we both know who dies here. You can't leave the past behind. You're the only one that lies here. In another song from just 1 month later, he has the phrase, save your tears 7 years in the chorus. And
this definitely was talking about Celeste because at the time she would have been 11 years old, and obviously there was the thing that they were saying, I'll give you the short story or backstory or whatever the fuck it was, saying that like, oh yeah, like when wifey gets into Discord, obviously being David, talk about Celeste, and yeah, they were planning on getting married when she turned 18, and then we all know that goes into another theory or hypothetical alleged scenario that goes down of why David may have done this shit because, yeah, he realized on the optics tip, lose, he fucked his whole life up. So yeah, but then there was also like the I think it was an Instagram story where like you could see Celeste has on like a wedding ring, or like not a wedding ring, fucking what's the shit, an engagement ring, and John's like that. It's just so much weird shit. Like,
I think at this point it's necessary to introduce you to David's alleged victim for legal purposes. Celeste Rivas Hernandez, born on September 7th, 2010, meaning in early 2022 she'd have been 11, 7 years away. From being 18. Meanwhile, David would be 17. While no one had any reason to suspect anything at the time, the contents of his music only became more concerning. Over his next 2 songs that are almost follow-ups to one another, the narrative David is describing goes from just needing a friend to a song called More Than Just Friends, where he says, I told you keep it 10 or you'll end up dead.
What the fuck? Yo, see, it's like, yo, cause you would think of these shits like out of context, like, yo, what the fuck? But like, yo, with all this context, it's like, oh, oh, what the
pieces put together like a puzzle. Over the next 8 songs, this narrative is mostly maintained, with David talking about being sent into jealous frenzies and obsessively sending whoever he's talking to hundreds of messages, while occasionally saying things like trying to kill you slowly and we're gonna die tonight. As much as it's pretty commonplace for these themes to appear in this kind of music, it often seemed like David was being a bit too oddly specific about his subject matter. This is even more the case when you factor in the kinds of things he was tweeting at the time, such as, "When I was writing this, I got a notification from you, as you were talking about wanting to be with..."
Yeah, this was the note. So this was an actual tweet that he had put out, because the one we had seen was the note off of, like, you know, iCloud, or like, you know what I'm saying, like the iOS shit. Yo, he actually tweeted this, bro. That's even fucking worse. Oh my fuck, bro. Like, again, how many times do niggas have to fucking say it? If she is letting you know she wants to go back to her mommy and sister, nigga, take her back home. Nigga, you are an EDP. Bro. Yeah, clout and money has absolutely destroyed niggas, bro. And destroyed innocent lives. Fucking tragic. And I'll keep saying it because it is. What the fuck?
With your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong. But your circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through it, bro. It's one thing for there to be odd lyrics, but this is just him talking on a tweet about how someone needs to push through their wishes to be with their mom and sister again. While the post he was replying
Like what the fuck? Like,
to there is now gone, there is a Wayback Machine snapshot.
If someone wants to be with their family, why the fuck would, like, see, again, even going back to the shit now, going
with their mom and sister again. While the post he was...
Because, like, I remember when we were watching a Hun Miss Coco's crazy video and I was really breaking this shit down. Like, every time I see this shit more now, like, it just makes me think, like, even harder. For what? Well, I mean, it just leads back to, again, like, the alleged hypothetical scenarios. Yeah, this motherfucker is just a real fucking evil abductor, kidnapper, fucking murderer in, like, the worst case scenario. So, in that one, then, yeah, because he's fucking evil. Like, but if someone is saying that, like, yeah, they like, she was missing for a year. If this, in this scenario, like, duh, obviously with the tweet and all that, if this is to be Celeste. If she's saying this, John, to you and all that, like, why? it would just be optics. Like, I would imagine. But then heads are saying, like, that heads, like, knew that her parents and family knew that she had a boyfriend named David. See, that's what I'm saying. There's so much shit where, like, Johns just don't correlate. But she was, again, missing for a year. So still, even in that factor, it's like, yo, okay, because this is what I was saying on the lose tip. She's missing for a year. They find out she's with you. She's in streams and shit with you. Heads, like, again, the one stream where they're saying David fucking Epstein list, David fucking flight list. It's bad work. So she's in, like, the cams with you and all that. So you care about the optics, but you don't, because you won't take her home because it's not an ideal circumstance or whatever the fuck. But, like, you'll put her on stream and then on top of that, there's the other clip where he's basically trying to push her out of cam to hide her off stream. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, yo, this, like, as I keep seeing more and more shit from this, we watch more and more vids, I'm just like, bro, this shit really is some dark, twisted fantasy shit.
Replying to there is now gone. There is a Wayback Machine snapshot of what the original exchange was. In it, David, with his old handle, Ants Part 2, is replying to someone named 6K4TE, who says, "This relates to how I feel so heavily," to one of his songs. The only other hit for this exact handle is a Pinterest profile whose last piece of activity took place 11 months ago. Currently, this Twitter handle is being used by someone else who is not related to the original owner of the handle or David, so don't go messaging them because they have nothing to do with anything. The only other significant pieces of David's Twitter activity from around this period are him saying that religion is a money scheme and that he'd been studying nihilism lately. Although she was probably there for longer, the earliest record of a Celeste in David's Discord server.
Yep. Message to David Bark.
Comes from October 2022, when she would have been 12. It's around this time that we got one of the most damning instances of David telling on himself. The music video for the track Romantic Homicide. The video depicts David in some pretty ritualistic scenes, surrounded by candles with a blindfold on, standing in front of a
Let's say the white roses, the bloodstained shirts.
seemingly deceased girl. Later on, it's suggested that the evidence of the crime is hid away inside of a suitcase. The lyrics aren't very specific, but they too reflect the same themes from before, killing someone he loves. While his previous songs had already gotten some degree of attention, this one was by far his biggest hit yet.
Holy fuck, bro. This shit has this shit almost got 2 billion, bro. Oh my fucking god, bro. I didn't know this shit had this much fucking motion, bro. This is... Because again, we obviously recognize that this incident is a tragedy. Like, that's, like, not a question at all whatsoever. Like, duh. But at least in a factor, like, yeah, he's gonna fall the fuck off and all that shit. And yeah, he deserves to fall the fuck off no matter what. Because at base level, he's a fucking EDP. So yeah, nigga, it's over. But I was gonna be on a factor of you threw it all away. But at the same time, if he was already having like these thoughts and all that shit, and what really got him to do this shit was because he was thinking about doing this show on the Celeste and then actually acted upon it or some shit like that, he would have had no career, because he would have had no thoughts to even come up with this shit, to even make music, to even get this far. Yeah, it's still at the end of the day, David, fuck you. I don't give a fuck, nigga. If you had the most streams in the world, nigga, trillions of streams, it's not gonna matter when a nigga in a jail cell. Forever and ever. Like,
him from being an obscure indie artist to being in the same category as people like Juice WRLD. Last but not least, if you check the date this video was posted, it was exactly on the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday. Maybe due to how much success this song got him, David got even bolder about subliminally referencing the insidious things he was doing behind the scenes. 2 months into the new year, he started opening up to his Discord server, which obviously was full of minors. In a long string of messages, he said,
bingo, right on the money. I used to be addicted to watching gore vids. This nigga's a fucking weirdo. We already knew that.
I used to be addicted to watching gore videos. Live Leak was bookmarked. Lamau. I saw
You had Live Leak bookmark? I know some, obviously as jits, yo, heads was going on the fucking edgy sites. Like, they had the shits like 2 girls, 1 couple, that bullshittery. This nigga had fucking Live Leak bookmarked on the bookmarks bar. This nigga, like, bro, for example, bro, I pulled a John up. This nigga pulled up, like, some crazy shit. He's like, oh, yeah, let's just pull up YouTube real quick, like, on some calm shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, hell? Like...
a cartel execution on Reddit when I was 14. Got to the point where I don't even cringe when I see it no more. I remember laughing at one point. It got bad, man. I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quotes, and a lot of death. I love...
Yeah, I am very sure to see that you definitely had an interest in death, as we're seeing.
Gore. Gore is better than adult videos. This is absolutely not the first time someone has mentally self-destructed via gore videos. There is such a huge community online of absolute freaks surrounding this kind of thing that I'm surprised there hasn't been a massive crackdown on it. And that's without mentioning how the same platform for this kind of video often leads to other, more illegal kinds of content. Another sign David was getting increasingly comfortable with letting other people know was that the entire server was at least somewhat in on the fact that he was with Celeste. Some kind of bot on his server shared...
Yo, this is what John keeps saying. Yo, the niggas in the Discord keep trying to play plausible deniability because that shit got locked down. Like, oh yeah, they didn't know, they didn't have any association, they didn't know any shits like that. But bro, there is multiple logs showing that Celeste is active in this Discord saying shit, and heads are adding her in responding in replies. Not only David, but other motherfuckers. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Like the one other nigga that we were talking about in the Traveler Ross video, the 400-pound nigga saying like that fucking, hey pretty girl Celeste. Nigga, excuse him, what? These niggas, bro, like, nah, these niggas know some shit. I don't give a fuck.
What looks like a playlist called Celeste in David's Closet. In late March, someone going by the name James Buttergun said David only added underage girls to the server, and even specified that this wasn't some kind of joke, even if other users in there would joke about it openly. While I'm sure, and even specified that this wasn't some kind of joke, even if other users...
I also usually 15 and 16 too. Yeah, these niggas are disgusting.
In there would joke about it openly. While I'm sure plenty of people had no idea about David's proclivities, based on the messages that have become public, at least some of them absolutely did, to the point where they even knew which girl specifically David talked to more frequently. One Reddit user said, one of the old Discord screenshots were two guys, allegedly, chatting, and they said that David wouldn't add them back, but he followed his underage girl fans immediately. One of them made a teenage catfish girl account, and David immediately followed his catfish account back. But his self-tells notoriously don't limit themselves to his Discord messages. A music video from November 2022 featured a girl that looked similar to Celeste. Another one from February.
There's another thing he talked about a lot, that like in a lot of his music videos, he had like, again, like basically a Celeste doppelganger in his own, obviously to represent her, which in that case, you know what I'm saying, separate art from the artist. Can't do that. Nope. You do got to keep them Johns glued together, because yeah, it's very much so again aligning, because why is this girly pop looking exactly like the girly pop that was found deceased? Some weird shit going on here.
2023 depicted him playing the part of a dead body, specifically wearing clothes to make him appear smaller than he actually was, and getting placed into the back of a car. On April 3rd, he released a promotional video that opened with these words.
You see, when a human being is drained of all of its blood, it becomes pale, lifeless, just as the rose, visually appealing, only good to observe and admire. But the moment you go to pick it up, you get stabbed.
He released 2 other projects this year, and again, we can find various allusions to his secret, having to defend his quote-unquote love from people who questioned it, being
let me read that.
You can find various allusions to his secret, having to defend his
Who's to say that our love ain't real?
His quote-unquote love from people who questioned it, being obsessive, and even
Enough, shut up, cause I'd blank myself for you, walk in the dark, I can't find my way to you.
Self-destructive references to Rose.
She thinks she's too good for me now. No room in class for a clown. It's too much for me to handle. White rose petals.
And shovels.
Kickstarter shit. Hey.
From people who questioned it, being obsessive, and even self-destructive references to roses and shovels.
Kickstart repertoire with a shovel again.
Describing
she fell in love with the devil again.
Himself as the devil and becoming aggressive when his partner tries to.
Heartless woman, time-consuming, headache-inducing. You know what I'm saying? That's all that you are. That's all you ever were.
Leave. While most of the music videos are innocuous, the girls in them always look like Celeste, although one of them stands out as the most disturbing of all. On the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday, the anime video for a song called Rehab was released, wherein the female character gets butchered, literally cut into pieces by David's character. Uncoincidentally,
Again, they're trying to separate the art from the artist? I don't think so.
Around the same time this video came out, David makes a song called Celeste that, although he'd never released it, ended up leaking. In it, there are lyrics about Celeste only opening up when she's high and having his name tattooed on her chest. Up until this point, there were
that was never confirmed or whatever if she like had his name tattooed on her chest, but one thing that is seeming to likely be confirmed is that like she had a tattoo of like David's name on her finger, which going back to when I first started mentioning that, it is like, you know what I'm saying, as like a thing. Like, he would have to be like one of the dumbest motherfuckers alive, dude. Like, you want to be a fucking famous singer-songwriter, bro? Like, even again, like, barring that shit, because again, that's like separating the morals and ethics in which, yeah, he's a fucking evil motherfucker, like, duh. But like, why would you go out of your way to hide her on streams and all type of shit? You're telling your mods and shit on a John, delete everything, get rid of all this shit. Bro, you're broadcasting her, bro. And then she's getting your fucking name on her finger. It's like, brother, are you? What was the play here? That's why heads were saying in another scenario that like this was dead up just like a dark twisted like romantic fantasy or some shit like that, because like he was going out of his way to self-snitch and like do all these different Johns to show connections, show signs, like to like, and hypothetically, and it's to like, you know, build out a connection, build out clues for as to piece it all together, like on some weird shit. And that's where, coming off of Trapler Ross's video yesterday, the Itami shit still rides into this, because it's like, yo, this motherfucker really thinks he's in a fucking anime or some shit. Nigga thinks he's in Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, bro. This shit is, bro.
only illusions, and this was the first time he outright said her name in a song. Even if he didn't release it, it leaked anyway. And more, it seemed like David was getting something out of teasing his followers with his illegal activities. In the same month, David did a stream with Celeste visibly in the background, and when people asked who she was, he only replied with, "You are a Fed." This
Nah, nigga, you are federal. Let me tell you, nigga, because you deserve to be on every fucking watch list known to mankind, but I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't matter when your ass is gonna be in a jail cell forever, so.
person who asked about her, a Discord user called Lamp, was then threatened by David, who said, "Wallahi, he's finished. I know what he leaked already. We're literally preparing to sue him, Lamau. Lamp is about to owe $30,000. Legal team going bonkers right now." How confident can a guy be that he's threatening to get legal with someone as they literally have a picture of him with a 13-year-old girl? To make matters worse, for the whole year of 2023, he was actively looking for other minors to do the same thing to, as he had been caught DMing girls.
Yeah, let me see this shit.
Of 2023, he was actively looking
Lamau, I swear you are shorter than me. Nah, you're mad because I guessed your real height. No, you didn't. Let me find out. You're like a door for real.
For other minors to do the same thing to, as he had been caught DMing girls well under the age of 18. In January 2024, he made a post on TikTok with a bunch of Hello Kitty gear, and when someone commented asking David to adopt them, David replied, tagging an account that was clearly an alt, saying, "Should we?"
There's gotta be like Celeste.
Account had little to no activity, but was listed as having Celeste's birthday, meaning it possibly belonged to her. But besides this post, David was less explicit about his criminal involvement with Celeste in his music. But that doesn't mean the situation was getting any better. Quite the opposite, actually. In mid-February 2024, a Facebook user by the name of Dora Hernandez made a post which read, "Celeste Hernandez is my niece. She's missing this morning and didn't get to her classes in Lake Elsinore, California. She is 13 years old. If anyone has seen her, please contact me or her parents, Mercedes Martinez, or call the police." Immediately after, Celeste's mother, Mercedes, also made a post asking for help, and the efforts to locate her waged on for the next few days, coming from multiple family members and acquaintances of her. However, about 5 days later, Mercedes made a currently unavailable post that was replied to by the rest of the family, with things like, "Thank God our prayers have been answered." And in another exchange, a redacted person said she came.
I'm presuming, yeah, this was around, like, if you had seen the clip with the teacher, this should have been around when she was gone for about a month and then came back, and then ended up, running away again, and then that's when obviously she had never came back, and then that's how this whole incident unfolded and all that. So I would presume that this was around the time that she had came back the first time.
Home last night, which leads me to think that she was found around the 20th of February. Right around the same time, David was posting more frequently about some Hello Kitty girl, which absolutely meant he was talking about Celeste, as she was known
In 2021 too, because again, that was around the time like they had first started interacting.
to like Sanrio merch. In a confusing turn of events, within 2 months, Celeste was once again announced to be missing, seen the last time on the 5th of April wearing Hello Kitty sandals. This has led some people to theorize that some members of her family knew that she was with David and were okay with it, and that others weren't and continued to press for her to come home. Ultimately, we don't know the exact details of how this all went down, but the fact that she was with David is an absolute certainty. On his Discord server,
Yeah, like, see, and that's the something I was saying before in the other videos, like, that is undeniable. Like, there is no way for David, like, he could, like, in what factor could he always play plausible deniability? Fourth stat, like, what could he say? Oh yeah, I have no association with her, I don't know her, none of this shit. Especially again, if she really does have his name fucking tatted on her finger, like, what? They definitely both had the same tattoo, so that's stamped in. We obviously seen them together on the streams and like clips and all that shit. That's like undeniable. So he's fucked. Like, I'm telling you, bro, there should be no way in hell he could get off of this shit, bro. He should most definitely be the like obvious major suspect. Again, this is the John I was saying in the Tesla vid too, because yo, on the base level, when the incident first unfolded, the Tesla was impounded and registered to who? David Anthony Burke, D4vd. David. Like, there's no other John. He's done.
it was widely acknowledged that they were now officially dating, and some people even knew that his girlfriend was the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. This person, Ponzalo, is one of the first people to call David out on it, and in other messages, he said, "David took my little sister's friend to LA to bang in his house while she's 12. Did y'all know?" David likes kids, I want to tell everyone about how David is a creep. As far as I know, besides Ponzalo, the only other person to be going after David over this was a random TikTok commenter called Robin River in February 2024, when Celeste went missing for the first time. Among those who were
This we've seen in one of the Trap Lord Ross fits. Yeah, waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl. Yeah.
called Robin River in February 2024, when Celeste went missing for the first time. Among those who were familiar with David, it was simply common knowledge that he had basically kidnapped this girl, adding insult to
On the money. I had said that in one of the clips that I posted on TrillTalksEverything Slops. If y'all don't know, down in the description, clips page. I know Trilly yaps everything. Y'all be seeing the vids. Trilly talks everything. Trilly yaps everything. He doesn't shut the fuck up. But like, yeah, I posted that John as the title of one of the vids. Like, yeah, nah, this nigga David is like dead and abductor. That's not up for grabs. That's not up for question. If a girly pop is missing for a year and she was most definitely, especially frequently with you, and she's underage, you get two values. Or you get multiple values in this stance, but you base level get two values. I'm gonna add that shit up and get a sum. This nigga is an abductor, yeah. Just like that. Especially if that tweet he posted or whatever, again, would be signing back to Celeste. Like, if the person he's talking about that shit would be signing back to her, because then she is acknowledging to you that she wants to go back to her mom and sister. So then take her home. What the fuck is going on? Like, yo, I'm sorry, I keep saying that shit, but like, that just really is like the main stance I just keep saying within everything coming out and more information coming out within the David incident. Like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? Especially with this nigga. What? I seen him, some had saying this nigga might not get arrested at all. That's some bullshit. If the detective does not shove this, bro, the detective better be so far up this nigga's ass, bro, it's gonna look like fisting, bro. Real shit. I swear to fucking God, bro, the detective better ask this nigga every goddamn question. Yo, this nigga need to sit in the interrogation room like this some Mr. B shit, boy. 48 hours in interrogation. Boy, this shit looking like a week in solitary confinement. I don't fucking know, but like, yo, there is no way in hell this nigga's getting off scot-free. I deny it! Stamped. Like, bro, fuck. Shit is never.
injury, he streamed with her on Twitch, and although she was wearing a hoodie and big glasses, it was clearly her. At some point during it, this moment happened.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
Ooh, you see it right there? David Epstein flight list? Ooh. Ooh, brother, David. These niggas saying you got an island, bro. I think you shouldn't be doing this shit. I'm not gonna hold you, man. The last nigga that had an island, well, shit, let's not ask the administration. Anyway.
It's controversial of kids.
And to answer that again, extremely, very.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh my. Delete it.
David and Celeste Island trip. Yo, I keep analyzing the fuck out of this clip, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, Soy Dubs was saying this shit, bro. Soy Dubs, you don't know. iDubs.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No. No. But like, yo, Soy Dubs was saying this shit with when he was responding doing the Coming Clean video. I had to like these body language experts. Now I'm sorry, bro. I gotta be the actually guy with this nigga. Cause every time I see this clip, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to really figure out how serious this nigga is in this shit. And like at the split second last jump of this, like the last frame, you could like see his face and see how he gets like dead serious, bro. Oh, I'm gonna put this in like 0.25, bro. Like
Everything. Delete everything.
see, yo, this nigga gets so. I'm telling you, bruh. Nah, bruh. Cause I'm at first, when I first seen his clip, I'm like, alright, bruh, he might just be fucking memeing or some bullshit. I mean, overall, duh, like, we know he's not. But this clip could just be some nothing Johns. I mean, it's not nothing, cause as we can see, he's with Celeste, and that just gives further credence. Yeah, brother, you can't say plausible deniability. You had no association there. That's fucking bullshit. So even sidebars that, I'm like, bro, is he really like fearing for optics right now? Like I talk about all the time, PR optics. Is this fear for optics face, or is it like, oh, I'm memeing, bro? Like, oh, bro, y'all delete this shit, or like, yeah, bro, nigga, get this shit gone, nigga. You feel me? Like, I'm never, bro. See, this shit got me reading into it way too fucking much. But either way, again, David, fuck you, nigga. Real shit. Cause either fucking way. EDP.
Everything goes. Everything goes. Everything.
He was basically flaunting one of the most egregious crimes imaginable for hundreds of people to see, all while being world famous. In TikTok posts and Instagram stories, he hints at basically paying her to stay with him. Around April 2024, when she was reported missing for the second time, an unreleased song called Drink and Drive was made, containing lyrics such as, "Are you still under the car? Stay with me. I know it's my fault. Oh God, I'm here. Can't you take me instead? She didn't deserve to go. I'll be crying in this jail cell tonight." While these are contextualized within the song, they are also eerily foreboding considering the ultimate end of this story. It's also shortly after the second missing report.
Bro. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. This might take me a minute, because I don't know if it was some John I had seen on my own time, or if it's something we had seen in one of these vids. I think it might have been in the Tesla vid. Hold on.
And Celeste is no longer in the server on April the 20th.
Hold on. Nah. The Tesla, the bottle. Nah, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, nah, bro. What the fuck is going on? There's some weird shit going on. Some weird ass shit.
Also eerily foreboding considering the ultimate end of this story. It's also shortly after the second missing report that possibly the worst detail of this story took place. In messages that Celeste allegedly exchanged with someone called Anissa, she said, "Anissa, do not text. He came back. He's crying."
Oh no, these are, oh no. No, yeah, I'm just gonna pre here, yeah, because I've already seen these shits. Yeah, disclaimer, y'all already know me, CDST, we see the worst of the worst, so like, bruh, like, we already know going into it, but yeah, this shit is fucking heinous, abhorrent, terrible, disgusting, fucking awful. So yeah, if you're squeamish to that, you should probably skip this part, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's coming from Trilly. Seriously. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
"Do not text me. I fixed him. I'm staying. I fixed him. I don't know how. We both cried to get her, and he changed his mind. I'm happy he did, though. Anissa, you have to swear you're going to stay safe. Are you still going to talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get in any more trouble with him. Celeste, I'm safe. No, I'm not." Now, I've already made a disclaimer earlier, but either way, I'm going to paraphrase instead of straight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So even Tom censors this, because if you've seen the raw DMs, yo, shit is just... Respect everybody's beliefs, religious beliefs. Yo, heads make you, like, as long as it, you know what I'm saying, bar it being harmful, say it all the time, you know what I'm saying, heads, especially if your beliefs is making you, like, a better person, overall, like, good, you know what I'm saying, putting out good, positive reinforcement, positive vibes in the world, excellent. But if you believe in Christianity, yo, this one's strictly for you, and I was saying the last jump, bro. Hell is hot than a motherfucker, and this nigga, for this shit that we're probably about to hear or whatever, I don't think, maybe Tom will show the message, I don't know, but yeah, bro, he gonna sit next to Satan, my nigga. Yeah, bro, David, you're gonna sit right next to that nigga Satan, bro, real shit. You're gonna be his right hand man, bro, like straight, like, yo, we gonna have to be on the King of the Pirates type of tip. You're going to be the right hand to fucking Satan, bro, the devil himself, because this shit.
Up reading the following messages due to how vile it is. To sum it up, Celeste said that she has bled as a consequence of something that happened with David, and just a couple of messages later says that she was also pressured into being with someone else by the name of
Oh, no. No, I can't. I fucking hate
Almost
it.
equally
I hate
concerning
it.
is that David
I hate
began
it.
saying in interviews that once he put together enough money, he planned to move to some remote island completely off the grid.
When the fuck? Bro, I didn't. Okay, so that's a detail I guess we missed when we were watching the Trapler Ross vids, because when the fuck was that dropped? Because as far as I'm concerned, like, where are we at? 1456? Yo, as far as I'm concerned, buddy, David and Celeste Island trip. You motherfuckers. I'm telling you.
Specifically, he noted he'd do this in about 4 years, which is when Celeste would be turning 18. Whatever his
Yo, this nigga, bro. Let me not even say it, but we. Yeah, this.
ultimate plans for her were at this time, they were clearly developing in scale. His dedication to this secret objective of his was to the point that, according to Instagram user Chandler OTD, David had begun paying people off.
Let me see. He told me he gave someone in Elsinore money because he was with the minor and showed me a picture of it too. I didn't even know if I believed it at the time, but now I'm tweaking. Well, turns out that was true because we very much have those screenshots again. I talked about this. And Tom probably gonna show it, but it's where David's wearing the black hat with the pink letters, and he's wearing the all black fit. You can see the Tesla in the one fit, and then it's the area it's at supposedly, because we had seen in the Tesla and the video I just showed with the bottle and all that. Actually, yeah, I still gotta pull it up. Hold on. You can see with the news guy. Yeah, hold on. Where'd he go? The news guy. Where the fuck is the news guy? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, supposedly like this street here is apparently where Celeste lived. Like, she lived around his neighborhood. So in the pictures that you can see with David, where he's wearing the black fit, there's the one with the Tesla in the back, and then there's the one where he's standing next to another jit, and you can see like it looks like he, like, you know what I'm saying, paying him off or some shit like that. And then you can see like another girly pop with a skateboard or some bullshit. I don't know, but it's fucked. Yeah.
Off to keep their mouths shut about him being with a minor. And there's even a picture of what appears to be him doing it in some parking lot. Someone else on Reddit by the name of Alpha Tango Cheesecake made similar claims, saying, "This guy is a creep from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out Celeste's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. Celeste has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on." Despite how many times he professed his love for her, the tune slowly
It's just, why the fuck would a nigga do this? Like, it just, my bad. I know. Truly absolutely. You can just be fucking normal. I don't. Yo, these niggas, like, wake up. If you're seeing this shit, wake your ass up. You can be normal. There's nothing wrong with it. Niggas talk about it all the time. I was just saying this shit in the last vid. Niggas say, bro, I don't want to be average, bro. I don't want to be normal. That shit's so boring, bro. Niggas don't give a fuck. Bro, shut the fuck up. You need to go get validation and shit from the people that actually give a fuck about your dumb ass. Once more. Tired of shit. Stop seeking validation from niggas on the internet. I know, hypocritical Trilly. Well, aren't you the fucking YouTuber? That's what you do. Yes, and a shout out sure to love. Shout out sure to love every time with the audience. At the end of the day, anyone who watches know what I'm on every time. The people you're going to get that validation from, the shit that actually matters, is from the people that directly affect your job. For me, it's the boss lady, my little sis, my extended family, and my bros. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, it's probably y'all fam, y'all peoples. And again, fam isn't just by blood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fam is whoever, like, you know what I'm saying? When I say the words family or love, whoever you think of first, that's your real peoples. Bro, you need to care about validation from them, bro. You could be a normal motherfucker and have good times, good life, bro. Isn't that what those people are trying to have, bro? Oh, shit. In this economy, shit. Fucked, bro. In future economy, we're even more fucked. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, Ty Barnett, like, yo, normal shit. Homegrown shit. Chilling shit. What the fuck? Like, bro, these niggas. Niggas getting into gore. I fucking love gore. What? I got Live League bookmarked. What? You niggas need to be outside riding bikes and shit. Niggas ain't gonna do that shit no more, bro. Damn. that shit make me feel like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like I heard a bull say it, and like I think it was Tommy and FG. I'm pretty sure it definitely was Tommy and FG. But like, if it wasn't, then let me not misquote. But like, either way, it was basically the stance of like, yeah, like my age bracket or like my like my part of Gen Z is the last niggas going outside, bro. Real shit. At least going outside in the factor of like, yeah, like you about to go do like just wholesome shit, all this different junk. Most of the time now, bro, these shit's TikTok, boy. IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, all this different shit. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm like, bro, and again, like everybody sees that shit. You see the shorts, all the social media, and everybody like, yo, I want to do the same jump. I want to be a famous TikToker, YouTuber, streamer. It's the whole cycle. Now heads getting caught up in the cloud and all this different shit, and now you start doing weird shit because now you got some cloud, you got power dynamics. Like, yo, you got shit that heads want, bro. You start doing all this fucking weird, bro. Like, I can't, bro. I can't, dude. I fucking can't. Like, these tell heads, bro. That cloud shit, it's gonna ruin niggas' lives, bro. That's why I keep telling heads, bro. I don't give a fuck about subs and none of that shit. Like I said, it's always love to the audience. It always will be. But I don't give a fuck about numbers. That shit doesn't mean nothing. Because at the end of the day, are those numbers the real validation from heads again? Like your fam, like the people you love. Are those numbers gonna be on the same level of that, Joe? No. I don't know, at least in Trilly's opinion, because number one thing for Trilly, heads no, it's family. Like, yo, can I tell heads all the time too? Like, all this different junk we doing. Bro, we doing this junk to put the boss in a 5-bed, 5-bath. Is that a monetary junk? So yeah, hypocritical a bit? Sure. If you want to say, but then I say, let me add context to that. And I was going on this whole rant with other vids too. But I say, let me add context to that. Yeah, like, yo, it's not on the factor of like, oh yeah, I just want to be rich as fuck, all this. Nah, we want to see the boss chilling. See what people's good. Dreamers put the whole team on. Sure, everybody alright. You know what I mean? Like, bro, want to see, like, yo, I want to see heads, you know what I'm saying? First of all, good themselves, good, well off, be able to compensate dreams, but, yo, want them heads to be proud of a nigga, bro. Proud of Trilly. And that's what other heads should want, too. Your peoples, your actual peoples that give a fuck about you to be proud of you, all that shit. That validation, bro. Fuck that cloud shit, though. Fuck that Discord shit. Fuck that, bro. I can't. But it's gonna be hypocritical Trilly, because again, and why the fuck are you posting on YouTube, dumbass? Fair, I guess. Not this nigga though. Camera died too. That's tough, but yeah. Word up though. Still not this nigga. Anyway, hold on. What's up, y'all? We good? We good? Nope. Hold on. Yo, get the angles right, man. Yeah, I can't do the laugh. Wait, how do you do it? I can never do the flight laugh, yo. It's like, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, we straight? Yeah, the camera good. I gotta move my other cam over. Hold on. I gotta shift it to the side a little bit. Say no more. But anyway, yeah. End of rant. Don't be like this nigga. They need to, again, get this nigga in for questioning ASAP immediately, especially because, yeah, he's trying to flee his fucking house and shit like that. Like, we were talking about one of the other vids, too. Like, yo, his manager trying to cancel the lease. Don't end up like this nigga, obviously.
He started to change after she went missing, presumably to go live with him. In June, he made a post captioned, "Me after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and disgusted by her actions," with a background image being Patrick Bateman holding a nail gun to a woman's head. Now, in any other context, I would just assume this is a complete joke and has literally no meaning behind it, but
Yeah, it's like, see, and this is where, like, even I can add credence to this because I tell heads all the time, yo, sad talk, real talk, with the sounds. He said, Nana, remember the first time we met? Like, yo, bro, that shit be going. Or like Magic. Yeah, the one song is like, no, like, yeah, them sounds are fire. Or shit's like Poison Tree. Like, yeah, shit like that. Like, yo, you'll see heads repost sad shit and like that type of junk all the time. But see, this is where, again, it goes back to the factor, okay, yeah, separate art from the artist. Like, these are just whatever posts. Like, oh yeah, I can relate to this, yada yada. But then it's like, okay, a real life incident happened, and David, a lot of this shit that you're posting is gorely and it's looking weird as fuck. It's like, yo, when do we start, again, connecting the dots, putting the blues to the clues? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, Yo.
It's definitely disturbing given what we know now. And keep in mind, she was 13 going on 14 at this time, so any past she had with other people was necessarily the actions of a minor. Besides this, there's also a post suggesting an interest in cannibalism, another one pouring boiling water on her for telling another boy happy birthday,
Oh, yeah, we had seen that one.
and most concerning of all, one captioned, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes,"
Seen this one too. It's eerie as fuck.
showing David cutting up meat. Slowly, these themes solidified, and after enough time passed since Celeste was reported as missing, David once again became bold enough to start hinting at what he was up to in his music videos. In February 2025, he released one for the song One More Dance, where he is stuffed in the trunk of a car and taken out to the middle of the woods to be buried. About a month later, he previewed a song with the following lyrics: "Nobody ever caught me, but I spoke too soon in the back of a police car. I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing. Do the same if they ask you about her."
I ain't telling nothing. Yeah, it's looking accurate as far as I'm concerned right now. Because, again, why is he not in the interrogation room? He should have already been in there way past this show. Like, what?
Despite how much this sounds like he's just talking about his plans for Celeste, in the context of the rest of the song, he's talking about something that took place in November 2016. But as far as is publicly known, there's no signs he committed any kind of crime back then. I should note, however, that he has one other song where he says, "You wouldn't believe what I did as a kid back in 2016. So given that David has the proclivity to basically tell on himself,
I'm like, well, I think we do know, considering you yourself told us. Yeah, you were watching gore videos and shit, and you were just like casually scrolling lively because you had it in a bookmark tab. What the fuck are we talking about?
in his music, people should start giving real consideration that he may have actually done something in November 2016. Now, before I fully get into all of the allusions David made to his eventual crime through his music, I'd like to give attention to an interview he gave in late April, where he said this.
Yeah, man, Romantic Homicide was just like, I wanted to feel what the other kids were feeling. Like, everybody I knew, well, in middle school that I didn't talk to anymore, everybody had relationships. I didn't have a relationship. I wanted to do that. I wanted to be involved in this or have a heartbreak.
So you wanted to commit a romantic homicide? Because as far as I'm concerned, again, hypothetically, allegedly, in the scenario, or the worst case scenario, it seems that you've done that, brother. It seems that, quite literally, bar for bar, it was a romantic homicide. And even worse to that shit was not fucking romance. That's definitely abuse. And she was absolutely a victim. And once again, nigga, you're absolutely a fucking EDP. Moving on.
For myself, so I kind of just like made up these scenarios of myself getting heartbroken and being in love and stuff like that, and I would write songs about things that never happened.
Given he was born in 2005, 2016 is right when he'd be middle school aged, exactly 11 years old. I think this is relevant not just because he's made multiple references to having done something in 2016, but also because whatever this something may have been, it's a significant part of why he later on went after Celeste, also when she was 11. Now, to cover his music, there are more suggestions that Celeste was now refusing to say she loved him, and some of the lyrics became quite ominous, such as, "He might have you, but I've got your ghost, and we both know that's the real you, and God knows it's true. I love you the most, but we both know what I have to do. Eyes looking right through me."
Nah, I don't think we knew what you had to do. We know now. And it's fucking, again, tragic that we know.
Why can't I hear your heartbeat? Dance with me under the moon above. Let us keep this perfect memory. This is probably one of the most dense set of lyrics yet, as the main theme here is one that's a pattern among many serial killers. The idea that killing someone somehow attaches them to you in a subservient role for eternity, with some of them, like the cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer, even considering it a kind of romantic intimacy. Ed Kemper even called his victims his spirit wives. Given David's
Good lord. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Holy shit.
documented interest in that kind of macabre culture, it would make perfect sense for him to have developed this same kind of sick delusion surrounding Celeste. Secondly, the mention of the moon is relevant because in 2025, Celeste's birthday, which had been a common release date for David's projects, fell right on a blood moon, which harkened back to his ritualistic depictions in his music videos. Another interesting theme that shows up in this period is the strings. In his album, there's an interlude called The Invisible String Theory, where David and an unknown person talk about how some people are inevitably tied together by...
Oh yeah, we were talking about this a bunch, like, yeah, because there was the whole John where he was on the podcast talking about the invisible string theory and how, like, you try to cut the thread, but obviously with the whole, like, just to, like, you know, summarize or encapsulate the invisible string theory, it just talks about, like, soulmates, deep connections and all that, and how to maybe strive and struggle within a relationship. We were talking about this in the last video too, but, like, there may be that like happening in relationship, but at the end of the day, duh, your soulmates, you're still destined to be together and all that, and that string will never be like, you know, cut, or like that thread will never be detached. Yeah.
Fate. But much more importantly, in 2 music videos and the cover art for one of his album singles, there is the prominent presence of red strings, specifically. Following the idea that David is enamored not only by gore, but also about true crime, serial killers, and things of that sort, it would make sense that he's also into the TV show
Oh man, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I actually just sold the fucking bag, because I was talking about real talk and sad talk sounds. Oh, Dexter's sound is so fucking good. I feel like I'm floating on the surface of my own life, watching it unfold, observing it, like I'm the outsider looking in. That shit. Oh, that sound is so fucking goated. Holy shit.
which has recently experienced a huge resurgence in popularity due to
Hell yeah, because TikTok clips be having this shit. I'm telling it's literally the real talk, sad talk clips. Them shits be having them jack rolling.
online memes about it and new spin-offs. First, the whole blood moon thing is a small but significant motif both in the original show, being present in one of the most meaningful and well-known scenes, which you've probably seen in edits, and in the sequel show,
Edits.
New Blood. Secondly, we have the red string motif, which was a calling card of one of the original show's most well-known serial killers, Ryan Moser, who was known for dismembering his victims and stringing them back together. Unsurprisingly, when David's crime was revealed, many people noticed the connections.
Sergeant Dokes. Sorry, not funny, not funny.
And called David the Bay Harbor Butcher, which is Dexter's name as a serial killer. But before we get to that, I think it's relevant to say that despite all of the red flags imaginable and a lot of the information that I've gone over being easily found online, 2025 marked the greatest year of David's career. From officially collaborating with Fortnite and making the anthem for it, to collaborating with artists like Kali Uchis, and having Pokimane in one of his music videos, to having songs of his be featured in extremely mainstream TV shows like Invincible and Arcane, all of
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that optics looking like a nightmare for fucking Pokemon right now.
to having songs of his be featured in extremely mainstream TV shows like Invincible and Arcane, all of which got to tens of millions of views. By all accounts, his wildest dreams had come true. But
That's what I'm saying, and that's what it is at the end of the day. He quite literally put himself in a scenario where he achieved the dreams that like most jits would want to achieve, all this shit, like rich, famous, yada yada, all that. And even, you know, I was talking about it earlier, like, you know, you should still seek validation obviously from your peoples, but like on a base level, he achieved the success that most heads dream of. So why the fuck would you put yourself in a lose-lose scenario? Why the fuck would you do the most morally, fucking ethically corrupted, terrible, abhorrent shit and have this incident happen? Because again, even off of the alleged hypothetical scenario that David took her life, like not having that be a scenario that he wasn't the one that did it, brother, you're still, oh my, like the connections you've had to this underage girly pop, she was missing for a year. You're definitely like she was with you, like you, bro, like. The optics for your career is over. Like that shit is, no matter what is done. Like, bro, the fuck? Like that shit is absolutely cooked. So how about you just not put yourself in? Yeah, I think it's a little bit too late for that.
But at the same time, someone else's worst nightmare followed suit. On the evening of the 8th of September, fresh off the blood moon and Celeste's birthday, there was a 2023 Tesla with Texas license plates in an impound yard on the 1000th block of North Mansfield Avenue in Los Angeles, which was emitting a foul odor. At that point, it had been there for over 3 days. And before that, it had been parked at Bluebird Avenue for 3 weeks, with some sources saying more than a month. A big metal box in Los Angeles heat with something inside of it. When the cops were called to see about the smell, they opened the front trunk, finding a plastic bag containing the cut-up remains of a girl. About
again. Rest in peace.
5'2", weighing just 71 pounds, with wavy black hair, wearing a tube top and leggings. When Celeste went missing the year prior, she was listed as weighing 130 pounds, and now only 70, signaling she had lost a significant amount of weight since then, even accounting for the weight the body loses as it decomposes. The body was soon identified, and upon further investigation, police found that the vehicle was registered to David Anthony Burke, and hadn't been reported
D4V fucking D. So, egg. So, exactly, why is this nigga not in the fucking interrogation room? The fucking car that this body was found in is directly registered to this nigga, his government full name. This is like literal common sense shit. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I'm not saying the factor like, yo, the police department and all that shit is doing nothing. Because this is John was saying in the video, like in one of the other videos too. Like, no, obviously it's a criminal investigation and that a homicide investigation. This is definitely going to take time. And even within the process of like, you know what I'm saying, the legal Johns for David, like that may take, you know what I'm saying, some time too. But bruh, we have radio silence from the police. We have like literal radio silence. Like we only got like we basically have nothing except for the factor like this. The police may have suspected that like yo this may have happened in his home, like David allegedly hypothetically like, taking life of Celeste in his home. But again, we still that was just fucking like rumors and like just suspect shit. So like speculation, suspect shit, not that much. But like so obviously there was no more credence to that. But other than that from the police, it's radio fucking silence. When are heads gonna get some info from the police? Like, again, I'm not saying they gotta drop this shit like this is the goddamn Epstein files, even though the David files, even though this nigga might have been trying to become fucking the next Epstein, as we're seeing. But like sidebar, it's like, bro, nothing, no interrogation, nothing, radio, silence, 0 zips. Like what? Bro, come on.
As stolen. While all of this was going on, David was performing his music, including all of the stuff he wrote about her. If that weren't enough, one TikTok compiled the many theatrics David had during his show, all of which allude to what he did to Celeste. Part of what led not only to the identification of Celeste's body, but also her connection to David was the shush tattoo he had on his finger.
Bingo. Yeah, I like they definitely got to talk about the David tattoo on her finger more. Like that shit.
Although this has been widely reported to mean that she also had a tattoo with shush on her finger, there are pictures of what she had tattooed.
And again, so heads don't conflate it. It is not in disregards to the situation. The incident. But Tom, my fucking king. My literal king. This is why he's my second favorite YouTuber of all fucking time, bro. This is exactly why he is. Fucking commentary king. Brother. Bunda. Bombo fucking clad.
Bombo clad!
David tells her to get this shit. Yeah, nigga, you did it. Yeah, nigga, you did it. Because if you told her to get this, you fully said in your head to yourself, yeah, I'm gonna destroy my optics. Like, I'm gonna set them shits on fire, bro, and just get rid of them. Because in what fucking manner? Let alone just a matching tattoo. In what fucking manner would you tell a minor girly pop to get a fucking tattoo of your name on her body, and she's been missing for a year, and all these different signs align her to you? And I'd love to hear the argument for this. I'd love to hear the argument for this. That would do it for me. It would. Very much so. Like,
dude that just looks like David's name in red. Again, this is another sign of what kind of dynamic they had. While she had his actual name on her finger, he only had an expression for secrecy and silence. Additionally, another connection made by people on Reddit is that the original location of the Tesla with Celeste's remains before it was towed was just a little over 100 yards away from where he used to live in Los Angeles, and his place has since been investigated by the police. David's future shows were promptly canceled, and he's been described as fully cooperative with law enforcement, although he hasn't been officially listed as a suspect or even a person of interest.
how? How? It doesn't even make sense. The body was found in his car, registered to him. That doesn't even make sense, bro. Like, what?
One of the first people to speak out publicly about what had just been uncovered was Celeste's brother, Matthew Hernandez.
Yo, that's so fucking frustrating, bro. Yo, no. Have not been named a person of interest or suspect as the case is considered a death investigation. And I get that. I totally get it. This John, bro. he's not even a person of interest. He's not a suspect. He should absolutely be that shit, 100%. But he's not even a person of interest. This is some fuckery. Some fuckery. Like,
of
what?
people to speak CLA, Matthew said had just been uncovered was Celeste's brother, Matthew Hernandez. According to NBC LA, Matthew said that family members who still live in Lake Elsinore knew that Celeste knew David, and that Celeste's disappearance took place when she went to see a movie with him. Simultaneously, to someone who decided to contact him on Instagram, Matthew said, "Yes, it was David. I met him once in person. I knew about him taking Celeste and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. Even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. She was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married."
More credence to the wifey thing. Disgusting.
And stuff like that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. Please send me more if you know. I never knew about the Discord server. I wish
See, that's the only thing. See,
that.
look,
My
hold on.
sister wouldn't say anything.
See, this conflates. See, that's where this is where I can understand where some people are like, you know, getting a little skeptical of the family. Now, obviously, condemning them heftily, like all the way max 100%. Like somebody says, like, yo, put them in jail, all this different shit. Let's take a step back. Not condoning that. Still need to give them time to obviously mourn it. They lost their young girly pop daughter. Like, let's not get too hefty out here. But I do understand speculation because, yeah, some of these shits don't line up. Like, he said, like, this being her brother, he's saying that she wouldn't say anything. But as far as we're concerned, we just seen that tweet, like, that other tweet. And if David is talking about Celeste in that tweet, then clearly she's expressing, at least to him, that, yeah, she wants to go back home. Mom and sister, all this different jazz. So, it's like, yeah, this is where shit, again, I mean, all the genre as a whole is looking weird, like, especially with the connections and shit like that. But yeah, this is where, like, specifically within details like this, it gets, like, mixy, because I'm like,
Ever. Please send me more if you know. I never knew about the Discord server. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. I don't even have Discord. Matthew then sent a few previously unreleased pictures of Celeste and confirmed the authenticity of the text message exchanges where Celeste identifies someone else who had been with her. But Matthew remarks that this Gus person has since been shot dead. Someone else who came forward was a friend of his and former teammate from when David was still a Fortnite player.
I think most of you all know I've known David for about 3.5 years. And the internet knows a 15-year-old girl was found disconfigured in the front of his car. Can't even say 15 because she was 14 when she passed. For those who don't know, David used to be a professional Fortnite player in the team that I was leading, Limit. Back then, I used to make music on my computer. He didn't have a good computer, so I told him about BandLab, and he started making music, and it completely popped off. And David, even before and after fame, he's always been a really, really nice person, like a little bit too nice, like comically nice. And for those who've been following me for a while, you know I used to have this ongoing joke over and over and over again about me dissing on David and us having like fake beef.
bro, this nigga, bro, Yo, they really trying to convince me that this nigga David thought he was Dexter or some shit. Like, yo, this nigga, he was comically nice. Yo, man, an upstanding guy. This nigga was really having the Dexter inner monologues. He's like, yeah, bro, he's smiling all this different shit. Yo, home life, white picket fence, all this different shit. Like, it's really looking casual. Meanwhile, in his head, he's thinking of fucking dark murder fantasies. He's thinking of fucking, and again, I can't even say in like better fucking in no other words or no shit, because this is just directly what it is. In his fucking head, he's thinking of murdering his literal minor underage like wife that he like that has fucking tattoos of his name on her. Like, yo, man, I can't do it anymore. I cannot.
Literally a year ago today, I posted the enemy is David. And I would always make comments just hating on him because I thought it was funny to portray, you know, I'm jealous of him. It should have been me. And flash forward to today. This is absolutely disgusting. He has known this girl since she was either 11 or 12.
Another member of his Fortnite team added more context to how they all initially met. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. Then he made her get Discord. Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talked way more. She would literally say he raped her.
Oh boy.
But then follow it up with a joke, so I don't know if she was being for real or not. He was
As far as I'm concerned, again, we just saw that stream clip going back, like over here. Where is it? That was definitely like, it was definitely before this. I was like, yeah, we seen this stream clip here. What Celeste was saying. I'm not saying, where are we at? 2618?
Kids.
It trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
So, yeah. That's not looking too hot.
weirdo, to be honest. He used to send gore in group chats. It does seem
Yeah, that is absolutely believable considering, yeah, he literally said directly himself in Discord, yeah, I like gore, I love gore. Fuck.
to be the case that a Fortnite team called Chronic was active at that point in time, and it also seems to be the case that David was affiliated with them in some way, at least based on this video title. On the other hand, Celeste's Discord account is verified to have been created in January 2021, which would make her 10, as she would only turn 11 in September that year, which is all the more horrific.
Yes. Bro, I say it all the time for Jits, bro. Fuck this internet bullshit. Yo, fuck that TikTok shit. They tryna get Jits to be famous at like fucking 10, 11 years old. Some weird shit, interacting with weird ass motherfuckers on the internet at this job. Yo, go outside, yo, for the bros. Go hang out with your other bros, you know what I'm saying? Go outside, make memories, all that different shit, you know what I'm saying? Have fun. What, again, heads, your fucking age, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Your actual friends, your peoples, you know what I'm saying? For the girly pops, your other girly pops.
Girly pop.
Go hang out with your other girly pops, you know what I'm saying? Have fun, you already know. Like, fuck, bro. Fuck all this. And, bro, I went on a whole, I think it was like a 2-3 minute rant about Discord in the last vid, bro. I can't go on that same rant because Trilly yaps everything. We're getting close to the end of the video. I know. Has don't want me yapping no more. But, like, bro, fuck this Discord shit. I don't give a fuck what nigga will try to justify, oh, but we need this shit to talk to the bros, all that shit, bro. Like, yeah, maybe I'll pop in once or twice, but nigga, other than that, fuck that app. I don't see no other, like, bro, nah. Especially with like these big ass servers, especially like content creator servers and shit. Brother, if you want to be a content creator in any capacity, nigga, I'm gonna give you, bro, well, my number one would be to know that you is always gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, get criticism. Number two is because there's a lot of things, but one of the main things on the list is gonna be, yeah, nigga, Discord, it's a nada. It's a nada.
Someone else who knew David and claimed they briefly dated when she was 16 and he was 18 claimed she had seen him with Celeste, but never had any idea of anything that was going on. But besides people who knew David, some that knew Celeste also chimed in, including one called Exile's Funeral, who said, last time me and Celeste called, she was drunk and spam calling David. They have matching tattoos from when they dated. David used to have pictures of her up on his Instagram, but after they broke up, he took it off.
Wait, hold on. I just realized. But also to that factor, like, yeah,
They have matching tattoos from when they dated. David used to have pictures of her up on his Instagram, but after they broke up, he took it off. Only thing throwing me off is the age, but I'm just gonna assume she lied about her age to everyone in our friend group back then, because they did date, and then 2 days after that call with me, she deleted her whole account. Pictures too, also looks just like her. No way it's another Hispanic Celeste with the same curls, same face. That just doesn't make sense. Gets to a point with coincidences. This same
see, but then they were saying there was also like a Celeste Herrera or something like that. So like, yeah, I don't even fucking know. Like David had a doppelganger or some weird shit. Like, oh my god, how the fuck does this shit, like, it like legitimately there does, like, just more and more information just keeps coming out. This just keeps expanding, and now there's more things to be tied back to correlate. Like,
person followed up outside of Discord, providing a series of screenshots.
Yeah, let me read this shit.
Gets to a point with coincidences. This same person,
I bet, was getting too many messages, hate being in this type of stuff, but the body was found in David's car, was identified as my friend and a friend of my old friend group. It was known that she was dating David. To me, at least, screenshots and I'm showing is first me explaining my story with everything, and her a bit showing proof that it's the same girl by name and face, and from shit she sent me back then. It's hard to prove some of the screenshots because Instagram deleted her messages when she deleted her new account, but I have old screenshots from her old account that shows her messages. But to add more proof that I knew her, I added a screenshot at the end of us being in the same group chats, matching same name, and PFP as screenshots of her in a David server, and then I add another screenshot of a picture of them together and got posted online. David also used to have pictures with her on his post, but later took them off when they broke up, from what I could depict. There is really just gonna keep on being more and more shit that ties him back to Celeste. More and more shit that fucking, you know what I'm saying, obviously you can make connections to. Like, it's crazy.
followed up outside of Discord, providing a series of screenshots of Instagram chats dated to December 2024, corroborating their claims to have been in contact with Celeste at that point in time. Due to how much attention this case got and how complicit many of the people in his Discord server were, the people who were in charge of administrating it felt the need to go out of their way to make an announcement. We, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what was shared in David's Twitch streams and her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we do not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server, and we no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in this community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace, and may her family receive justice. While I'm sure that this sentiment is genuine, and although it is quite possible that none of the members of his staff knew about it, there were people in the servers who weren't necessarily staff members who definitely knew. One person in specific by the name of Xerxify, who was David's Twitch manager,
It was a fucking the nigga Moji. That nigga definitely knew. I mean, considering he was the owner of Discord.
was actually caught deleting Discord messages in real time by Reddit.
Oh, boom. Yo, as soon as I said a nigga's name, he popped up. Yep, the nigga Moji.
First off, this makes him look quite guilty, and second, I'm pretty sure that if these messages are eventually procured, and they certainly could be given the high-profile nature of this case, he may now be complicit and liable to get a charge of his own. And all of that is assuming that he...
Yeah, because that would be spoliation. Like, if you're deleting evidence in a court of law, that's what it's called, like spoliation. That is completely... I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's butt fucking you, bruh. Or straight raw, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna cook the shit out of you in the court of law.
Isn't actually guilty of something, which he very well might be, given his urgency to go delete a bunch of posts on the Discord server, probably because those messages could prove that he knew what David was doing beforehand.
That's it. Yeah, them shits are probably hella incriminating. Oh, no. Yo, the boss, yeah, I bet to tell y'all, bro. I can't even see it. Yo, oh, it's because of green screen. Yo, the boss got me like a little cactus stress ball jump, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was hilarious. Shout out love the boss, by the way. We love the boss. But, anyway, sidebar and back onto this, John. It's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas knew, bro. Like, some of these now, I'm not saying every motherfucker in the Discord ever, because again, it was a public Discord, like, because it was David's fan Discord or whatever. But some niggas in there knew some shit. There's no fucking way that these niggas all didn't know anything. Like,
a few days after the first big info dump online about Celeste and David's case, a tweet that got a lot of engagement claimed that the FBI was holding David's bodyguard, Mark Morales, aka Marky Next Door, on suspicion for accessory to murder.
what the fuck? Damn, I'm not gonna lie. This nigga was huge, bro. Y'all seen this shit? Like, bro, look at this nigga's stats. He was 6'6" and 460 pounds. Bro, like, this is a walking brick wall. Like, what the fuck? His alias is Marky Next Door, Marty, Tubbs, Big Stepper. Shit, this shit accurate than a motherfucker. Like, god damn, like, what the hell, my nigga? Holy shit.
An offered reward of $25,000 for information that could lead to his arrest. Mark was then contacted by none other than Neon on stream.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want the government to be on me, so I don't know if you could be on my phone.
Dude, hey, buddy, I'm not on the run by the FBI, okay? I don't know why you're saying
Yes, you are, bro. You're on the run. Stop.
Neon. Mr. Nine Lives. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Hey, look at the FBI wanted poster. It literally says I'm black, and it says my alias is Big Steppa and Tubbs.
What the f are you talking about?
Bro, the FBI wanted poster, it literally says I'm black.
Oh, okay, so you're saying it's not you.
No, it's bro. You know what, bro? It was they got mad at Aiden for not streaming, and they made a whole.
You're guilty. You're guilty. Get off my phone. You're guilty.
He's 36. Bro, you're so weird, bro. Alright, dude, you got it, bro. Stop spreading narratives, dude.
Like Marky said in the clip, the FBI wanted tweet was proven to be fake, as Marky Next Door is actually a streamer who had nothing to do with David or Celeste. Regardless, this is still technically a developing situation, and ultimately, time will tell if legal charges are pressed against David. Although, given everything here, I can't really see it going any other way. Regardless...
I was about to say, like, in what scenario could it not... Like, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck is he not a fucking person of interest or a suspect? What the hell? Everything is leading to him.
Rest in peace to Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose life was taken far before.
Factual again, stamp up, pray again, especially for her family, you know what I'm saying? And please, let them mourn Them niggas gotta stop fucking being like, yo, they gotta get arrested and shit like that. We need, again, the investigation process. We need the fucking police, again, like, not trying to harp on them heftily, but, like, we need them to at least say something, get some more info out. We'll see from there. But on the base level, this young girly pop lost her life. Obviously, she was in a scenario and situation she should have definitely not been in, was seriously associating with people she definitely should have not been around or been with. And it is terrible that, again, that this incident, this tragedy has happened to her. I say it all the time, especially for jits, especially if you're a parent, bruh. Gotta give jits TLC and push them in a direction to where, like, again, when they grow up, they'll be upstanding heads, you know what I'm saying? I was literally just joking about earlier, but in a serious notion, like, upstanding heads, you know what I'm saying? Just cool peoples, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, loving heads. Cool. And in the scenario she was in, obviously was not the case. So again, rest in peace.
Or it could fully develop. I've been Turkey Tom. Thanks for watching, and until next time, leave me alone.
Torcus Thomas. Of course. Shout out, show of love with Turkey Tom. That was the David Files. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video by Torcus Thomas, Trilly's second favorite YouTuber of all time, baby. Down in the description, first link, sure to love it, of course. Mr. Tom. And final opinions and conjecture. Again, it's just rest in peace. And like, y'all already know, there's more and more stuff coming out every day, so I'm sure there's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, more information coming out about this tomorrow, and we'll have to cover it. I know Traplo Ross definitely covered some more information going on that, so we'll probably have to check out a couple of those videos, see if there's any more, you know, information, things lining up, being pieced together to where we could see what truly is going on here in regards to all this. But again, shout out, show of love with Turkey Tom, of course, and I'll be catching y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.